Oh, hey there. Today, we'll be diving into the intriguing world of climate change. Yeah, I know it sounds as exciting as watching paint dry, but stick with me because we're about to unpack this in a way that won't put you to sleep. What exactly is the social cost of carbon? Well, imagine putting a price tag on all the chaos carbon emissions cause. You can say that economists attempt to monetize the additional amounts warming will cost, bundling all those damages into a dollar amount. And that current dollar figure for 1 ton of CO2 emissions is $51. That is basically like a one-way ticket from Paris to New York. That's a lot of frequent flyer miles for the planet to handle. Or it's like over 3,000 miles in your car. Imagine the road trip, except, without the awesome playlists and snacks. Shout out to Spotify, please give me an endorsement. Shockingly enough, humans emit over 35 billion tons per year. But is $51 per ton enough? Is it even truly possible to put a dollar figure on such an important issue? To find out, let's look at the effects emitting carbon has on our planet. Over the years, the global temperature has risen due to greenhouse gas emissions trapping heat and causing climate change. As of 2023, the global land-ocean temperature index stated that it was the warmest on record since 1880, at 1.7 degrees Fahrenheit when the first recording started. As shocking as this sounds, the numbers are just skyrocketing from here. Global temperatures are projected to increase by around 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit by 2050. Now, how does that affect us? As global temperatures continue to rise, the dangers of climate change become more and more apparent to humanity. Hotter temperatures mean ocean water evaporates and condenses at a higher rate, which results in more destructive rainfall and storms. Heat waves and dry spells become more longer and nastier, increasing the likeliness of drought and combating nature's ability to fight wildfires. This comes at an expensive cost. From 1980 to 2023, on average, 8.5 climate disasters per year resulted in damages greater than $1 billion. In the past 5 years, as climate change has become more relevant and an alarming issue, there have been an average of over 20 of these billion-dollar disasters per year, a large price to pay for a bit of carbon. Climate change has other human impacts beyond the financial side. Around 23 million people have been displaced from their homes each year due to climate hazards for the last 10 years. Scientists predict that by 2050, a staggering 1.2 billion people could lose their homes. But hey, they use this social cost of carbon thing to set up all these cool policies. Like, if we cut down on emissions, it's like adding cash to our savings account. We could all use that. I know I do. But if we pump more out there, well, it's like going on a shopping spree with the future. So does this magical number actually work? How do we even come up with this number? Can it save us from, melting ice caps and all that? Well, they always tweak it, like updating their apps, trying to make it more accurate. Because let's face it, the stakes are pretty high. Places like the UK and the EU are already on board with this carbon pricing. They're setting dates to hit zero emissions and crunching numbers to ensure we're on track. So every time we talk about cutting down on emissions, we're basically trying to dial back on all these epic adventures and cozy comforts that are heating up our planet. Crazy, right? So there you have it. Behind all the numbers and economic jargon, the social cost of carbon is like our bill for a future we're still trying to figure out. Until next time, keep it cool and carbon free. To stay updated on other Equilibrium content here at Loisaida Center, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.